Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be covering a 16 Necrotic Wake walkthrough. On the screen you can see my talents. I opted to go with Elemental Blast Echoes. I get a lot of questions on what is the best spec, what should I be running. This is the spec that I've been loving personally myself. It brings a lot of prio damage with Ellie blasting your main mob, and then you drop an Empowered Earthquake, which is also not losing damage on that priority mob because you're supposed to do that single target anyway. So you gain big AoE, you gain big single target. I love this build. It's more wrinkly brain than smooth brain though. You really can't afford to mess up by accidentally double Ellie blasting or something. You'll lose some damage. But this is the build I opt to play with most of the dungeons. I'll be releasing an updated guide with another build that uses Earth Shock that might be more user friendly. So let's get this key started. I'll be covering what I do in AoE rotations, what I do in single target, and how I use my defensives to survive certain keys, because this key is dangerous. So definitely see a lot of keys being bricked. You can see my gear here, my stats on the side, and my AUG chum decides to time spiral right before the key, which is awesome. So I want to make sure I hit Spirit Walker's Grace, which I do, I think. Boom, Spirit Walker's Grace for free, move speed, cast while moving, Wind Rush my tank. Now, in this pool, it's usually a big pool. What I like to do with opener big pools while the tank is gathering, you don't really want to start ascending instantly and pulling threat and dying. I see that. I see Ellie's doing it. They're like, come on, tank. Ooh, you know, I ascended. No. Do Magma Totem while he's gathering. Make sure you don't go ham until he's set and you're lusting. So I do double Magma into Stormkeeper, Storm Ellie, P-Wave. After that, we Bloodlust, Potions, Ascendance, then Lava Burst. After you ascend and you lava burst and you get all that haste, you're gonna get a full bar of Maelstrom right here. Boom, full bar. You're gonna Nature Swiftness and Ellie Blast straight into a Quake, and then you're gonna use one charge of Stormkeeper and Tempest if it procs on your priority mob, and that's your rotation. You always Ellie Blast prio mob and then Quake, always Tempest prio mob and then Ellie Blast again into Quake, and you're just alternating Ellie Blast Quake. You see the Tempest, and I use another chain. Ellie Blast, no procs. Use another chain, Quake, and you're spamming chain. If you Ellie Blast and you proc, you just instantly drop a Quake. Here you want a Tempest, and then use your free chain lightning, and then you Tempest again, use your free chain lightning again. And you'll do big damage this way. I'm prioritizing Harvester after the Gatekeeper died, because these guys are annoying. You can't really move them, even if you kick them. Now it looks like I'm opting to save my next P-Wave and Magma for the next pack. I'm probably going to save this Echoes as well. There's no point in sending this Echoes. Everything is dying. You can see when I have Empowered Earthquake down here, it's glowing yellow. And if you end up losing it, you lose it. But here we're going to pull this next 3-pack with the Gatekeeper. I put the Harvester on focus so I can kick him. I'm going to P-Wave the Gatekeeper and send my Lava Burst, which gives me all that haste. And I'm just going to Ellie Blast the Gatekeeper, which is the prio target, into Quake, into Tempest the prio target, into Ellie Blast, into Quake. And then use your chain lightnings, of course. And then if you want, you can choose to Tempest a different target that's not the Gatekeeper that already has Lightning Rod, but that would be kind of like a little bit of padding extra damage if you want. I always choose to prioritize the mob that's danger, or it's going to kill us the most, right? So if you get a cleaver on you, you want to make this thing will kill you starting at 13 or 14. Make sure you're aiming it, or your tank is helping you and you're not getting glocked with it. Make sure you aim it at priority mobs. In this case, I just don't want it on me, so I want to make sure the arrow's on a soldier or something so I don't get hit. And we're good there. I got a Magma Totem P-Wave window coming up. I'm not sure if I send it here. I think I'm choosing to opt. It's very important that you don't just randomly send your P-Wave when a pack is about to die, because then you're going to go into the next pack dry with no haste. So it looks like I'm opting to save it with Stormkeeper and a Quake for the next pack. Going to the next pack, we're going to show Magma, P-Wave. I chose to drop my Quake so that I don't lose that Empowered Quake. I end up proccing, which resets me, so I should Stormkeeper, I should Ellie Blast, and then drop an immediate Quake, but I chose to Stormkeeper charge, which is fine. Then you drop a Quake right after, and then you Ellie Blast Quake, and that's your rotation. Always alternate, always prioritize Tempest, and keep alternating. I'm focusing the Harvester. He's the only one that can really kill us with either drain fluids or cast, and then after that I'm focusing on the boss. Everything on the boss is Blast, Quake, Blast, Quake, and then in an ideal world you save your Primordial Wave and Magma Totem for his worm windows. So as he's spitting, you would Primordial Wave and Magma Totem the worms, and then Lava Burst to get that haste. You can see me here not ever getting off the boss. Blast, Quake the boss, Tempest the boss, use my chains on the boss. And then you want to use your Ascendance on CD here. So ideally not single target. If you can afford to use it on AoE, choose to AoE. So I probably save for the worms here. I'm gonna drop my Storm Ellie, P wave probably, and then hit Ascend into a Lava Burst, or Ellie Blast I guess. Tempest Lava Burst. I should hit this Lava Burst. Please don't forget, Bon. There it is, just to get the haste. I think I actually missed 1 or 2 worms there, but that's okay. Ascendance on AoE significantly better than single target. And again, I don't even choose to opt to Ellie Blast any of these bags. They're all going straight into the boss. Now, in terms of surviving this boss, beginning at keys probably 13 or 14, that heaving wretch that he does, you never want to point it to the group, you want to point it behind. That will one-shot you. So Astral Shift will cover 1. Don't be surprised if Bulwark Totem is not enough to keep you alive. I've died while using Bulwark Totem on 14 or 15 Necrotic. That heaving wretch is no joke, so you would want to Earth Ellie Bulwark Totem if you didn't have Astral Shift. Now, if you don't have any defensive, that's when you need help, okay? So I would then ask for a sack from my Holy Pally or my Prop Pally, and if you have a warrior can intervene you, and you will take 0 damage, which is awesome. But you have to trust that your warrior is going to do it, right? You don't want to go too far, because I think intervene has a short range. So one thing that's not lining up well for me is my Stormkeepers. We play Herald of the Storm, which every time you lightning bolt or chain lightning, you reduce your Stormkeeper CD by 2 seconds. So I don't save it if I can afford it, right? Because if you end up saving it for 10 seconds, 15 seconds, you're gonna lose like an extra charge of it. So here I get targeted by the Wretch. I do have Astral Shift, so I'm good. If I didn't have Shift or Bulwark or Earth Ellie, I would have asked for a sack, and I would have been okay. You can see even through Astral Shift takes me down like less than half. And you can choose to cap totem these worms if your group needs it. Again, I should Tempest chain here, Tempest. Yep, Ellie Blast and then Tempest again with the chain. And then get the CDR on Stormkeeper and go ahead and use this real, send double Stormkeeper on the ads, and then try not to get melee like I just did. So we got this Wretch coming up, and I remember strictly saying in this key, hey, if I get this Wretch, be ready to sack me, because I'll be in trouble. So I don't get it. It looks like it goes on Chum. He gets sacked. I believe sack gives him like an immunity or something. Yeah, you can see Ellesmere has a sack on him, and he took like 0 damage. I'm not sure what that talent is for the Pally or the Holy Pally, but it's awesome. And we go ahead and kill the boss. I do have a 40 stack coming up, so Tank knows, hey, Ellie with the 3-minute Ascendance, Stormkeeper, 40 stacks of Spy Masters, and Storm Ellie is going to delete mobs. So I don't recall if I sent him on his next pack or the shield guy, because the shield guy is very dangerous. So I kick the mob, I focus the sorcerer. That's usually my kick, every other kick I can usually get, or every third ideally. I wonder if I actually send here. As we're gathering, I'm Magma Toteming, I'm Flame Shocking, and I'm P-Wave, and I just manually have 6 Flame Shocks myself. And then I'm gonna Stormkeeper just to refresh my free charge that was about to run out. Because you don't lose that 1 charge, and then I'm probably gonna send an Ascend here. So I send my Trinket, I Ascend, and then I don't want to send this Lava Burst yet, right? You have the Primordial Wave waiting, but if I send the Lava Burst for the haste, I'm gonna Giga overcap. So I'm gonna Ellie Blast into Quake and then send my Lava Burst. If they both proc Aftershock, so be it. You know, but if they don't, like they did here, they didn't, then this P Wave is gonna fill me up, give me a big boost. So I send that. I send a chain, and please send the P-Wave bomb. Oh, that's a terrible misplay by me. I did not even send the P-Wave. So that loses me a bunch of haste there. But if you had played it correctly, you would P wave proc that 30% haste I believe you get from 6 flame shocks, and I would have done even more damage than this, guaranteed. That's just something I totally missed, right? That's why sometimes in the openers I just send the lava burst immediately after the ascend, just so that I don't forget to do that. Because you get in the zone sometimes of like proccing this Ellie Blast Quake, and it can be easy to forget to lava burst to proc your P wave. Here you open up with magma into P wave, whichever target didn't get flame shocked, and I am kicking the main target. I am also purging the main. So you see, he does something called, oh, if you get this debuff, you need something. This hits really hard, so I pop Astral Shift. If you have nothing, you don't need an external. Dark Shroud is something this guy casts. You need to instantly purge that or you will wipe. I promise. If you run purge, purge it right away. Instantly purge, right? That's your job to purge. And then kick whatever mob you're assigned to kicking. And again, the window is the same. You're just Ellie blasting Prio mob. Oh, this is very dangerous. So I'm like, oh, I should have Ghost Wolfed instead of jumped. No respect. So you proc Ascendance, I instantly Tempest into Quake, into a P-Wave Lava Burst, just to get a bunch of meatballs on and a bunch of haste. Don't know if that's a misplay, if it's better to Earthquake there instead of that final second. There's a Shroud, you purge right away. And then single target rotation, as you saw here, I'm going to back it up a little bit here. Once it's just single target, here, it'll be straight single target. This guy's dying. If you Ellie Blast and immediately hard cast Ellie Blast and immediately cast Ice Fury, it'll proc your Fusion of Elements, which procs a second Ellie Blast. So you can see me hit it, boom, and you see like 3 or 4 Ellie Blasts shoot out. And that's really what helps carry a lot of the single target damage that a lot of you are missing, is make sure that you're using those Ice Fury procs correctly, right? If you're going to hit Ice Fury, make sure you proc that Fusion of Elements. So you'll see me do that a lot in single target. Ellie Blast, hardcast Ellie Blast into an Ice Fury. And that's because Ice Fury hits instantly and Ellie Blast has travel time. So here, I'm hoping I can do an Ellie Blast. No, I choose to, because he's dying, I choose to Lightning Bolt, Ice Fury, and then Lava Burst, which procs it anyway. This next pack is very dangerous. Make sure you assign kicks to both of these. And then you want to kick the volley and then prioritize the Necromancer. The only thing that can wipe you in this pack, they told me that I'm Battle Mage. I'm only kicking volley. The only thing that can kill you is volley and then the Necros. So I hard focus the Necro. I get a lucky proc here. I cast Stormkeeper and then I'm going to try to Ellie Blast Quake, get that Quake off, and then pop a personal for this. My Astral Shift barely just came up in time. If you don't use anything, you will die to that debuff. So again, just spamming chain off the Necro. It's not maximum DPS that you're doing, but it is prio DPS. If I wanted a max DPS, I would tab to the Marauder, Ellie Blast him, tab to the other Marauder, Quake him, and then go back to the Necro, Ellie Blast him, and then cycle your Lightning Rods to mobs that are not gonna die or are insignificant, right? Because some of them, my Lightning Rods are going to mobs where the damage don't matter. Because once you kill a Necromancer, the other guys die. This next pool is really fun for us. If you haven't died and played it correctly, you should have Lust for the next pool or the one after with 30 plus stacks of Spy Masters in your cooldowns. So you should be able to just delete the next pack. These guys have a shield. When they get the shield, if you break it, they lose part of their health. So this guy, you should be targeting the mob with the shield with your Ellie Blast, and then you just Quake. You should be quaking single target, and then of course you Quake 2 targets. I think we didn't end up breaking that shield, and then this guy should die soon. He might actually get another shield off. Boom. Oh, another shield. Unlucky. Our DK has that pet mind control, I think, or pet control, whatever he does, just for damage. It's pretty cool. And then make sure you're picking up 3 spears. You get 3 spears and orbs along the way. Spears are normally used on second boss, third boss, and last boss, or second boss twice and last boss once. We get rescued over to skip that Necro pack. You can also Mind Sooth, skip, Shroud, or just Potion and Invis Potion. I think we're going to Lust this pool, and I just delete the pool. Ooh, we actually skipped the sorcerer. I think they actually end up coming in though, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm gonna be kicking the sorcerer, and then again, I'm as the tank is gathering, double magma, Storm Ellie, Stormkeeper, P wave into your ascendants. I think I forgot to P wave. See, even I make mistakes. I P wave after ascendants, which is one global loss. It's not gonna matter. And let's see if I remember to use my stacks. I have a bad habit of not using my trinket. Please use it on. Then we pull another pack in here. Please use it on. And then you're just in your normal rotation. Ellie Blast Quake into Lust. We're saving stacks for next key. That's okay. This is, again, I don't play perfectly. I use it there. Okay, we get 4 seconds of ascendance on it. I'll take it. Good job, Bon. You use it a little bit late. I appreciate that, buddy. And then again, you just chain, Quake, use your Stormkeeper on CD, P-Wave with Magma Totem to get that haste. And then again, Ellie Blast Quake, always alternate. And then kick on CD right there on the Sorcerer. Thank God I used my stacks. If I had used my stacks earlier, this damage would have been way bigger. I think after this key, I actually might have added the stop casting macro to my trinket, because there's been situations where I'm casting Stormkeeper and I hit trinket and it doesn't pop because you can't trinket while you're casting, so it's unlucky. Again, proc DRE on the monstrosity. I chose to P-Wave Lava Burst. Make sure you use that Spirit Walker's Grace from my Evoker's Time Spiral. And now I'm just single targeting here. Everything is dead. I don't like to drop Quakes on this guy because tank has to move out a lot. So I always opt to just Ellie Blast him. And I always Lava Burst before Ellie Blast into Ice Fury. See that? You'll see me do that a lot. Hardcast Ellie Blast into Ice Fury. And this is why you don't want to drop Quake, because tank will move for spikes, tank will move for this AoE, and then this mob just moves too much to really Earthquake him. Send your Stormkeeper if you think you're going to get it. With a talent, our Stormkeeper is like 30 seconds on average. I mean, I should be using it, please. Well, there you go. I wasted some uptime on it, but it should be up for the first set of ads in the next boss. This guy, you just dodge spikes and don't be inside a circle. Pretty easy mob for us. Lava Burst to buff your Ellie Blast into a nice Tempest. And now we're going on to the second boss. Second boss, I believe this is a sleeper boss. There are so many kicks on this. If you don't have a DK, the Frost Volt volleys from the mages can be disastrous. I believe I am in charge of kicking the mage's volley that's not being feared. Our Holy Paladin turns evil it. So I'm gonna go ahead and save my cooldowns for ads. I'm gonna P-Wave Magma Totem what I can. And then we're gonna grip. He fears one in. We're gonna grip one in. That volley should be mine. It looks like our Evoker kicks it. Oh, I'm actually kicking the boss. Wait, this might be a key where I kick the boss. Ooh, you see how much damage that these casts are doing, right? So like, not only is kicking the volley important, kicking the boss is super important. So it looks like I'm in the boss rotation, so which is even better for us, because if we have a talent called Season Winds, you can see it's down here. I have 2 stacks. I should rework this week, but this gives me 30% reduction to the damage that the boss is doing because I'm kicking him, which is why I love kicking the boss. It just makes us so much tankier. So now the ads are spawning soon, and I'm saving my next Stormkeeper, my next Storm Ellie, and Ascendance and P-Wave for the next set of ads. I am just going to delete the ads. So you can see ads coming here. I'm going to drop Storm Ellie, Stormkeeper. I've already P-Waved, and as soon as they spawn, Trinket, and I should ascend. And I'm saving Trinket again for next key. Sick. I really need to get better at doing that, guys. You can see what ads, right? Ads just got deleted. So also one warning: if you are CCing a mage, I've seen our Ascendance procs break the CC on these mages, which is why I'm always so scared about these mages. And I was like, okay, let's not CC, but we like to CC anyway. But I've proc DRE, and then it would just send Lava Burst into that CC'd mage, and it breaks in and he volleys and kills us all, which is bad. Now, for defensives on this boss, Astral Shift, when you have ads up, And then Bulwark Totem when you have ads up. Also, cycle Astral Shift one, but here I Astral Shift a little bit late. I should have done that earlier. And then Earth Ellie another one. And we're kicking the ball, so making sure that volley. Again, you are also watching this volley. We cap, we thunderstorm, right? We can thunderstorm everyone and cap every other one. So like that's so important as our job as Ellie. If we're kicking the boss, fine. But watch for that volley cast, guys. Be a team player. You'll die. If that volley cast goes off, it's over. Your key will be pricked. If you can do something about it, be proactive. Again, ads are spawning. I'm gonna P-wave, and it's like I never wait for the magma totem for them to group up because they spawn so spread. So I'll magma totem like 1 or 2 ads, whatever, and then I'll just lava burst, and I'm just straight Ellie blasting the boss into dropping an earthquake and chaining off the boss. Everything should just die naturally. And then Tempest chain off the boss, very good. I get sacked, thank God. I probably would have died, and then you drop your empowered quakes, and everything should die. This boss is very dangerous. If not, you need so much. If you go into Necrotic Wake 14, 15, or 16 with no comms or Discord, you probably want to leave. I don't know if you can plug this without any comms on kicks. It's kind of crazy. It also helps that we have a prop pally. Prop pallies are crazy for the interrupts. I love that. Again, bond saving 40 stacks for next key is a big meme. I'm working on that. That's something I need to improve on for sure. I thought about macroing Spy Masters to Ascendants. I feel like that would be so bad. Because usually I want to send it every other Ascendants. And then if you die, the macro could kind of ruin it a little bit. Again, no CDs here kind of sucks. If he goes big or not. I think they do end up going big and I end up saving CDs for next pool. So again, double magma, P-wave, and then just lava burst for that haste and maelstrom into an Ellie Blast Quake. Then you want a Stormkeeper into chains, into Ellie Blast, into Quake. Always alternate your Ellie Blast Quakes. It's just very good prio. I'm prioritizing the big patchwork guy. We get a lucky proc. And we pop CDs here actually. Okay. And our 40 stack, so we should actually climb a ton of damage here. This is actually a good send because the rest of the packs are kind of like 2-pack, 3-pack, 4-pack, not as strong. So I think that I'm okay with this send because this is the last time that I should be able to send before the boss. So I want to use my stacks and I should get 40 stacks and my CDs before the next boss. The only thing that kills you here to watch out for in defensives is double throw flesh from the harvesters or a meat hook on you. So make sure you don't get meat hooked. These collectors here, they'll throw flesh. You see how they're throwing flesh on Ellismere? He'll take a big chunk of damage. Wait, actually, he didn't. Oh, wait. Somebody stopped it. Boom. Okay, somebody stopped it again, I guess, because he's not taking any damage. Anyway, if we take a throw flesh, it takes about half of your health. But it looks like we're doing a good job either stopping it or earthquakes are stopping it. There's a throw flesh that lands on Chum. Hits him for 50% of his health. The throw cleaver, watch out for that. That thing will kill you. Make sure if you get that on you, stop what you're doing. Don't trust that the tank is gonna block it for you or anything. Do it yourself. Here we have 2 collectors, very dangerous. You probably should have killed the collector first. There's the cleaver, so I'm like, okay, I gotta move. I freaking Gus over here and get it on the ads. Otherwise, I would have been dead. I probably could have gotten out of that collector and killed him, but I didn't trust myself there. And again, if you're curious what abilities I'm pressing, they're all right here right above my details. But it's basically the same thing we always covered, right? You want to use your magma totem and then P-wave something that didn't get flame shocked, and then send your lava burst with a haste, and then alternate Ellie Blast Quakes, Stormkeeper on cooldown. There is a bug right now, guys, where if you Tempest right here. So I just use Tempest NS. If you have Arc Discharge, this is my Arc Discharge. This buffs your next Lightning Bolt or Chain Lightning by 40%. Well, there is a bug where it buffs our Stormkeeper charges as well, because Stormkeeper doesn't consume this buff. So in an ideal world, in your opener, you want to open with Tempest, get this Arc Discharge, and then have 3 Stormkeeper charges that are buffed by 40%. That's the biggest pro tip I can give you. Pulling that off is not easy, but if you can and remember to do it, giga damage, okay? Now let's continue the video. Make sure you're kicking the collector. Always, always, always have a caster on focus. Make sure you get that kick weak aura that I have that announces kick anytime your kick is available. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Highly recommend. You want to be top kicks at the end of the dungeon. I actually think I might be able to send Ascendance one more time. I'm curious to see if I do or don't. I probably don't. It's very close. Oh, I think our DK is trying some tech here. Where if the DK mind controls this guy, then he starts the next event. And then he just swaps it back out. Yeah, see the next event. So we don't have to kill it to start the next event or RP. And then he takes his old guy back. That's pretty big brain here. So again, if you get the meat cleaver here, the throat cleaver, make sure you find out which mob is targeting you and bring it to the other mob so they can kill each other with their cleavers. For fixates here, make sure you immediately run out unless you're going to get bopped like my DK did. Otherwise, that thing will one-shot you if it gets to you. I end up popping Ascendance 2 targets because my team says that it's enough time to get it'll be 3 minutes before the boss. So I'm like, okay, let's just see it. I don't send my stacks because I would prefer to have 40 stacks on the boss, of course, because I want to delete this boss. Again, we get this throat cleaver and the fixate, so you want to line it up so it hits the guy that's fixating me. And this very clean run so far by us. I'm actually kind of impressed with our squad. We failed this key a couple times, so looks like we start to lock in and really focus up. All right, we're gonna open here with a Magma Totem, hopefully Stormkeeper, and then we're gonna P-wave the mob that's missing Flame Shock, and then all we're doing is prioring Gore Grind. So we're just Ellie blasting Gore Grind, quaking off Gore Grind, Ellie blasting Gore Grind. I also hardcast Ellie Blast into an Ice Fury. I hope, because that is big prio dam. Come on, Bond. I do. Okay, because AOEing the little guys, it'll lose you damage because you're getting funnel from chain lining. So the only AOE you should be doing is chain lining and your empowered earthquakes and tempest. So here I proc it. I wanna. What do I do? I Ellie Blast just for extra single target. In an ideal world, if I saw my Stormkeeper was up, during that DRE I would have Stormkeeper double chained just for extra big dam and funnel on Gorgrind. Again, Lava Burst to buff your Ellie Blast into an Ellie Blast Tempest. Now you're just single targeting this guy. We have 40 stacks. Make sure you don't accidentally send it on trash. That would be a disaster. Big disaster. Alright, so another target. Same thing as this guy. We're going to probably P-wave the main guy into a Magma Totem, into Stormkeeper cast. NS Tempest, Ellie Blast. Come on, Stormkeeper. There you go. Boom. Stormkeeper Quake. So there I'm actually... Okay, so here's where you can die. That guy's Spew will also one-shot you. So if you get 3, you can survive the first one with Shift. You can survive the second one with Totem. If you get another one, you need to call for an external, or you can run back here, apparently. I've never tried it, and LOS it. I believe it works. But if you die, I'm sorry. Again, so I'm ready, right? He targets me, okay, instantly wall. If he targets me again, I am ready to Bulwark Totem. Okay, it's on my tank, which is amazing. I'm just chilling back here. Straight just DPS in the boss or the Raspew. Hopefully we get this. Got that DRE proc, Ellie Blast. I should Tempest here into one chain lightning into Tempest chain. And then back to my Ellie Blast. And I could get one more. Yeah, cast it. Oh, I thought about it. I stopped it. So I was gonna cast one more Stormkeeper. I'm like, ooh, wait. If it's not up for the boss, it's really bad. But I think, thinking back now, it would have been up. So I should have sent it, but now it's too late. If I send it now, I'm a noob, and you guys shouldn't listen to anything I say. Good thing. All right, good. I'm saving it. And you're just single targeting. Single target is maintain your flame shock, P-wave on cooldown. I don't because I want it for the boss, so I save everything. Main thing single target you want to do is Lava Burst, Ellie Blast. So I'm gonna show you guys how we do big damage. I might slow this down. I'm not saying I play perfectly, but I will slow down the parts where once we get to it, so we can do slow motion of how I delete Stitchflesh from existence. So we have 40 stacks. Chum is going to do the hook. So we have full Maelstrom bar. Let's go ahead and slow it down. We'll do half speed. So we drop our Storm Rally. Ideally, we dwarf this dot. We Stormkeeper, P-Wave the boss. Magma Totem, P-Wave the boss. Lust, use your stacks. Ascendance into NS Ellie Blast, into Tempest, into Lava Burst, into Ellie Blast again, into Chain Lightning, into Lava Burst Ellie Blast again, into Lightning Bolt, sorry, not Chain Lightning, and then Tempest Chain Lightning again. Spirit Walker's Grace to move out of this while spamming Lightning Bolt. Then Lava Burst Ellie Blast, Tempest into a Lightning Bolt again, and then try to get into an Lava Burst Ellie Blast Ice Fury. I chose to Ice Fury there, and then again Lava Burst Ellie Blast, and then spam Lightning Bolt on this boss. Your Ascendance is wearing off. I'm spamming Chain because we're going to have to kill the Creation probably. He's jumping soon, but I think we opt to kill the boss. Now we're taking tons of damage, so you want to Astral Shift when your healer calls for it or when your Lust starts to wear off. So we get the hook. He jumps back up. I think we're actually going to focus the boss. I Ellie Blast him one more time and he immunes it, which is brutal. But that's fine. As he's landing, we should P-Wave the boss as he's landing and go back into our single target. Go ahead, P-Wave. Let's see if I Ellie Blast. I chose to drop a Quake, which is fine. It's still a single target increase, and the other creation does have to technically die. And then Stormkeeper to get enough for Ellie Blast. Into an Ellie Blast, into Chains, because Chain funnels off the boss, and then I should just be spamming Chains here. Ideally, I think Chains might be a little pad here. I should be Lightning Bolting here. If 3 targets, Chain is fine. 2 targets, I should be Lightning Bolting, not Chaining. And once he's at 10%, he no longer goes up. So now we're good. Now we just focus him. So now we're just single target. Chain Lightning because Bond is a pattern. Now we can speed this up a little. Back to normal speed. And kill the boss. This boss used to be very, very difficult to heal. The pulsing damage was crazy. So now we have a spear saved. We managed to save our spear. You use this spear for yourself. You're greedy. Ascendance is amazing, guys. When you come up from below, you get 100% crit for I don't know how long, 20, 30 seconds. And then if you have your CDs and spear, you want to spear and use your CDs. You will delete any shield. You will do so much damage to the boss. So that's probably what I end up doing. So we have Nalthor. This guy's also a sleeper boss. Teams die here all the time. Whether you die downstairs because you can't kill the ads, or whether you die because you can't break the boss's shield. Always try to save something for his shield because he does so much pulsing AoE, and spread out for the roots. Although we don't necessarily have to spread out because we have freedoms from Paladins. And again, single target, guys, is so easy, right? You maintain your Flame Shock and always just Lava Burst Quake. Lava Burst into Ellie Blast, I apologize. Lava Burst into Ellie Blast, and if you're hard casting Ellie Blast, pop in Ice Fury. This boss is weird because he has so much movement. Spirit Walker's Grace when you can. Otherwise, if you're moving with no Spirit Walker's Grace, you're kind of screwed as Ellie. You'll want to use your instants. If you have Ice Fury, use it. You have Frost Shocks, use it. Instant Lava Burst, use it. Otherwise, double Magma Totem while moving works nicely too. Because you can see me here spamming Frost Shock, redo a Flame Shock, another Frost Shock, a Magma Totem, right? You can't do any damage. Like moving, casting and moving without Spirit Walker's Grace for Ellie is very, very bad. Send your P-Wave on cooldown. Send your Tempest on cooldown. Lava Burst, hard cast Ellie Blast into Ice Fury, just like how you see in here. It helps breaks the shield very nicely. Here we're moving. I'm probably going to Lava Burst, and then I should drop a Quake here, but I'm spamming Ice Fury. I'm spamming, sorry, unbuffed Frost Shocks into Magma Totem. I should have dropped the Empower Quake. Now we're going down. We have CDs up. I feel like you almost need Stormkeeper to kill this guy. Don't be afraid to oversend on this guy. This guy is crazy hard. Kick his channel that he does on you right away. So you want to P-Wave, Lava Burst, Ellie Blast. I think I drop a Quake just to help. Ellie Blast again into my Stormkeeper charge. You can see I sent everything. Double Ellie Blast into my Stormkeeper. So I'm like, oh my god, this guy is crazy. So I NS a Tempest, and luckily it crits and kills him. I'm like, okay, but that guy's overtuned as hell. I want to get the hell out of there. And I'm trying to heal myself while the guy is becoming active. Now I'm going to come up. No Spirit Walker's Grace, which sucks. I actually should have called for Time Spiral. I don't know if he has it or not. So I don't want to send CDs until I drop this. So I go to a corner and I Gust of Wind, drop it. I drop my Storm Melee, and I'm going to throw my Spear and then ascend with my Stacks and Trinket. Then I just Lava Burst into Ellie Blast, into Lava Burst, into Ellie Blast, into Tempest. And then here I'm going to get another Lava Burst into Hardcast Ellie Blast. Oh, now we're moving. So I got nothing. So I drop a Quake, a Magma Totem, and I spam Ice Fury. And then Lava Burst. Cast my Stormkeepers and just use your charges before your Ascendance window runs out. You can see me just jump up big time in damage. I get double freedom for the roots from Ellesmere and Ken here. Chum ends up dying downstairs. It's very hard for our Augs to kill the guy downstairs, so you usually see them die all the time. They need like 40 stacks Bymaster to kill it. So again, single target, you Ellie Blast. Lava Burst into Ellie Blast. Always buff your Ellie Blast. Stormkeeper on cooldown. And then ideally, if you don't have enough to Lava Burst Ellie Blast, then you would Lava Burst Stormkeeper. Ooh, I'm going down with no Stormkeeper. So I actually haven't seen this VOD back. I don't remember exactly what happened. So we'll see if we kill this guy or not. So now we're going back with no Stormkeeper. I might even pop Spirit Walker's Grace just to kill this guy. I do have one Stormkeeper proc. So P-Wave, Lava Burst, I should Ellie Blast. I use Spirit Walkers, and then Tempest, use your charge. And then I drop an Empowered Quake because I'm like, okay, I'm going to need some help killing this guy, whether from knockdowns or when I end up running out of it. Just like tanks do. Allergic to Earthquake Bomb. Wait, did I drop an Empowered Earthquake there again, or just another random Earthquake to help? So I rewinded it a little bit. Oh, it is an Empowered Quake. I did drop an Empowered Quake because I'm like, okay, I need to kill this guy. I need to use Spenders for damage to kill him. But yeah, it's very dangerous down here. No Stormkeeper. And then we go back up. Luckily, I survive. I still had Health Potion in just in case and Totem. But I want to save those for this guy. This guy's shield hurts. Alright, so we get lucky here. We P-Wave Lava Burst, and then we get ready to Gust of Wind here. Then we're just going to send our Stormkeeper Tempest. And then it's just back straight into movement. So I'm like, okay, I'm just dropping Quakes. And then just going to double Tempest here because the boss is about to die. It's such a bad boss for us in terms of movement. But you can see here we timed the key. We're all happy. And we get a great Vault slot and a sick ring that is very bad for us. But yeah, guys, if you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll be releasing more, and I'll be releasing an updated guide to the rotation for the talents that you just saw and an Earthshock variant of it as well. So yeah, take care, guys.